sweep, and it's a good move that my friend Danny Donahue was showing. If you guys saw my last video, Danny was my ook, and so I'm gonna kind of recap what he showed. It's a very good sweep, and it's got a lot of small working parts. Eventually I need to do like something on my guard. I think 2020 I'm gonna do some more, maybe a guard DVD or something, we'll see. So I'm gonna go over the basics. I think the hardest part for this movement is like kind of getting in the right positioning, and also I call it like the bump, getting the person flipped over. That's the hardest part that I've seen with my students. So I'll try to break it down as best I can, okay? So we're gonna start in the spider lasso guard. You guys know I like a good spider lasso. Just basics of the spider lasso. This is the spider guard. This is traditional spider guard. It's a very great guard, but you know, if the guy is very dynamic passer, it's gonna be hard. He has my pants. He can start moving around and going back and forward. It's very hard. And also just to get into this guard is very tough. But with the spider lasso guard, I can just start with one sleeve grip. From here, I'm gonna pull my palm up towards the mat, and look, I'm gonna place a shallow lasso, okay, into his bicep / shoulder area, okay? And so I can just establish this guard very easily with one grip. That's the biggest benefit, okay? On the other side, typically the guy's gonna grab my leg, try to push it down. To kind of combat this, I wanna keep that knee close to my body, both knees close to my body. So right now, it's very far, you know? If he goes to push it down, there's not much I can do to kind of recover it. So I always wanna keep it in here, try to push it down, okay? It's very tough. And also, because I'm pulling my knee close to my chest, my foot is free to move. And so it's gonna allow me the ability to get back on this bicep. So I'm here on the bicep here. Now I'm gonna regrip his sleeve, and I wanna keep both palms up, okay? So that's kind of the basics of the spider lasso guard. If I can, I also like to post my elbows to the mat. That gives me a little bit extra tightness, okay? And it's a great landmark. Here you can kind of get too relaxed and too loose, but here, like, it's a great starting point. All right, so now I'm just gonna break this grip. The grip break, it's pretty necessary because, guys, if I try to unlasso and go to spider guard here, it's gonna be possible while I'm trying to get my foot in, he can throw it to the side. Okay, great example, Leandro Lowe versus Michael Lange back in the day. You know, that's what kind of killed Michael's guard, just those transitions, those openings in the transitions. Okay, so I want to make sure I break this grip. I'm gonna keep that palm up, and I'm just gonna get my toes past his elbow and kick and pull. Okay. From here, I'm gonna turn my palm down, just to keep his arm away from my leg, my pant. All right. And now I'm just gonna replace my foot back on his bicep. From here, now I can unlasso because he can't throw my leg. Try to throw my leg. He can't, right? So now this foot can come in to the spider guard. Okay. And now we're gonna start getting more into the overhead positioning, okay? From here, it doesn't matter which leg you choose. I like to use my right leg, but you know, sometimes you gotta use your left leg. So one leg's gonna go kicking under, and I wanna try and catch his butt, okay? Looks kinda weird, sounds kinda weird, but it's very effective, okay? Before I've shown how to kick to the mat, but it's gonna be possible for him to step across my leg, and now I'm kinda out of position. Stay there, and then I have to like kind of come back in, and then I gotta go back to my lasso, because if I try to go back here, and look, he's gonna be throwing my legs left and right, so I need to stop, re-lasso, okay? So again, let me go to the other side. I broke the grip, palm down, replace the foot back on the bicep. Now I unlasso to spider guard. A very big detail is go with your toes first. That's what I learned from Danny. Toes come in, and then look, I push his arm outside of my legs, okay? From here, I'm gonna kick under to his butt, here, and I'll do the sweep a few times so you get better angles, but for now, we'll just keep going here. And now we're gonna get to the first kind of sticking point, is pulling the person forward. So a lot of guys, they're either upper body dominant or lower body dominant, but I need to use all four limbs together, okay? So I'm pulling with the sleeve grips, I'm pulling my elbows to the mat. At the same time, I'm gonna use a little bit of mobility and core. I'm gonna pull with my legs. So I'm pulling with my arms. And I'm gonna get my elbows to the mat, okay? Traditionally, we do like this kind of circular movement, but for this sweep, I just wanna get my elbows to the mat, okay? From here, I'm kicking that leg to his butt, And so again, core and hips, hamstrings, calf mobility. If you don't have this, guy's got to stretch. So I'm gonna pull him using all 4 limbs, okay? And sometimes the guy will just flip over, but for the sake of the drill in the video, he's just gonna step and walk as close to me as possible. In real life, the guy's just like, he doesn't have a choice. So I have the sleeve grips, I look elbows to the mat, and I wanna try and trap his ankles, his shins, okay? Sometimes he might step this a little bit wider. He might step a little bit wide, but that's fine. But for the sake of the video, he's stepping very close. If I feel my elbows get to his shin, the top of his feet, I know I got him, okay? From here, I can either just kick his butt and that will flip him over, or if we want like a very strong push elevation, I'm gonna bring this leg in. So a lot of guys are gonna try and do this weird kind of pull your knee in and do something, I don't know why they do that. I'm gonna pull my knee out towards the side, and now that gives me a better angle, especially for tall guys, a better angle to get that foot in. So knee comes out to the side, and look, I swivel my foot in towards his hip. Okay, now he's pretty screwed. If you're ever in this position, like sometimes you might need to just sweep yourself because there's nothing you can do. From here, he's in a bad position, but just to kind of encapsulate it, or make it worse, I'm gonna extend my leg a little bit more, and that's just pushing him a little bit farther forward, okay? Just like one more bump, okay? As soon as I feel his body go over my body, you see how I'm under his hips and his shoulders, he's gonna go. And so the last hard part, well, there's some more hard parts after this, but the next major point, I'm gonna push on his hip very hard in an upwards direction, okay? If I don't push very hard, he might hit his head just from the sweep. So a part of me doing the sweep very well is controlling his fall, okay? So he doesn't get injured. So I'm gonna have Peter Jackson scoot over a little bit, there you go. So again, a little bit of movement forward with that the spider guard leg here, and I hit his hip very explosively, okay? Ready, Mike? Here we go. Okay. From here, I use that momentum that I generated from pushing his hip to push myself forward. And guys, notice that I keep both grips, so I do a shoulder roll. You guys see I'm going on my shoulder, and I can use that leg to kind of swivel, like kind of move myself in the right direction, okay? Here, I might even post off my forehead for a little bit, but note that I keep the foot in the bicep, okay? From here, now I'm gonna sit back, placing my free leg, the free knee to the mat, and I'm gonna extend the spider guard leg out while posting on my head. Okay, now I'm in a great position. If he tries to come up, he ain't coming up. He might be able to get like an X guard, single leg X guard if he can get his leg in. Boom, that's possible. But you know us guys, we get to not, right? So I have my grips. From here, if you want to be a superstar, we're gonna lean our body weight into our partner and pull the arm up, and now sit back with the arm bar. All right, boom. And one more detail Danny gave us, a little bit closer. You know, I like to control the wrist like this, but one thing Danny showed, he controls the arm like you're gonna do a thumb war. He controls the arm in the hand here, and that way if he tries to manipulate his elbow, he can't go anywhere. And guys, look, I got a strong knee pinch here, pull down, and I push my hips up for the arm bar, okay? So that's the basic movement. Now I'm just gonna do it a few times so you guys can get better angles of it, okay? So guys, one thing you might run across, I just want to bring this up. When I do the sweep, I kick under. I need a good pull, so make sure you have a good pull. Sometimes I'm here, and the guy might try to posture up. So I don't want to get stuck here, okay? So this happened because I didn't have my elbows glued to the mat. So very important, I need to stay here. And you know, some guys are very tough, they have good base, they're gonna try to fight. So it's very important to stay just with your base. I really need to get him forward with this leg in the bicep and the foot in the hip. So go to posture up. Oh, that was a good one. And sometimes you might kind of weird. You see how I'm kind of over his head? Look, I'm gonna cross over. And now I can also attack this bad boy here. And you have some more attacks, you know. You guys, jiu-jitsu is a very free-flowing art form. You can like do a million different things. Okay. Guys, that was the basic overhead sweep. Yeah, sit down with me. So guys, that was the basic overhead sweep. It's a very useful move. You know, it's kind of by itself, but you know, I need to do a video on just my whole guard game. So 2020, we're gonna bring the guard, short guy guard, out to the world. But it's a great sweep, I think. Just the mechanics are very important. You know, if you see the overhead sweep, you see the space between the guy's legs and the spider guard, always try to kick under, and there's so many different options, you know. I wish I had more time to film like 50 different techniques, but Mike, you know, I can't beat up my partners too bad. So guys, I hope this video helps you on, you know, until next time, peace out and ciao. Peace, peace.